Hello people, I'm Jaby Koay, joined by Achara KIRK.
Yo.
We're looking at Koay JAANE official trailer starring Amyra, Dastur, and Kunal Kapoor. It is directed by Amin Hajee. No. Yes? No,
yes, it's written and directed.
Okay, it's written and directed by Amin Hajee. Sorry, sometimes like that information is right there in the description, and sometimes it's a little, magic eye game. Here we go. This comes out April 2nd, which is in a couple of days as of this recording.
हम सब के अंदर दो शख्स होते हैं, एक शरीफ जिसे हम दुनिया से मिलाते हैं और दूसरा बदमाश जिसे छुपाते हैं.
Interesting.
What's malfeasant mean?
Malfeasant, I guess it just means bad.
You're the best thing that happened to me, Kapoor.
I love you.
Oh, hiya!
Get that DDR
Oh,
on.
the dog!
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
कपूर के पब्लिशर ने अपना दिया हुआ 50 लाख एडवांस वापस करने की मांग की है.
ये सब लड़ी लाया.
मुझे लगता है ये लिखना ही नहीं चाहता.
किताब खत्म करना, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के बाहर निकल.
मिस्टर गोस्ट राइटर, तू गया. अंधेरी रातों में, सुनसान राहों पर.
What?
जरान खान निकलता है.
Oh.
क्या है क्या ये सब?
मैम, कबीर सरान खान के नॉवेल्स लिखते हैं.
एक चेहरे पे कई चेहरे लगा लेते हैं लोग.
आपकी हर स्टोरी में उन्हीं के हथियारों से उनको मारता है.
मैं सिर्फ लिखा हुआ कर रहा हूँ. जरान खान को मैंने लिखा है. वो मेरी इमेजिनेशन का एक हिस्सा है. जिंदा नहीं है वो.
ओके, फिर मेरे सामने कैसे आए?
लड़की गेम खेल रही है. 24 घंटे के अंदर 2 मर्डर हो जाते हैं.
कौन हो सकता है सबके पीछे?
What?
What just
आना सफर और ये मौसम हसीन. सुहाना.
Whoa.
I'm sure the garbage truck noise outside really enhanced the experience of watching this with us.
Woo!
Anyway, this is a very interesting film. A writer is struggling with his story, and when he finally finds the light at the end of the tunnel, he ends up taking on that persona that he's written about and murdering bad guys. Is that what I'm getting
Yeah,
here?
I don't know if he's murdering bad guys or just... Yeah, he must be murdering bad guys. I was gonna say, or is he just straight up murdering people? But it seems like he's murdering people using their own weapons as they do in his stories.
Yeah.
What's up with the whole like, oh, you have writer's block and like, give me back the advance? I don't think you can give back an advance, by the way. That's
you
the
don't-
whole idea, isn't it?
I don't, well, who knows? It was 5 million rupees, god damn it. So that's a lot of money to just like, not get anything for it. Yeah, starts out with writer's block, finally undoes the writer's block, but he has to take the law into his own hands, become a rogue hero,
Right, so he's just basically like writing what he does.
Yeah, working in the shadows. It's pretty peculiar. Which is stuff that I feel like would be generally associated with like a sociopath who's murdering people.
Yeah,
Because
normally.
there's like this ego thing of like kind of wanting to be caught. And so you're sort of putting the crumb trails out there for the detective to sort of find you, but it's a game you're playing with the detective.
Yeah, or a lot of the time with those types of stories, it's almost like a vanity thing.
Yeah.
Like it's fun because you're like, oh, you're so dumb. I'm 10 steps ahead of you. You don't even know.
Yeah. But on this particular front, it's for the hero who's an anti-hero, almost like Death Note or something. Like he's just taking out the bad guys. It's like, well, I guess it's like a lot of stories, right?
Yeah.
He's taking out the baddies and doing it his way because the cops aren't good at what they do.
But what's the deal with the woman? You know what I mean? Like, so it starts off all happy, right? He's like, oh yeah, I'm getting married. We're so in love. I love you. There's some sexy times. And then like, hello, garbage truck.
Can to do.
And then afterwards, it all goes really dark. You hear a lot of voices, but they're not really like connected to any faces for me yet, at least in the trailer, right? And so maybe that's supposed to disorient you, just like he's disoriented in the movie or in the trailer perhaps, but it's like he's getting a lot of negativity all around him. Does his wife not love him anymore? And is he trying to hurt her in the end? Like,
she called him a liar.
What is going on?
Why did she call him a liar?
Yeah.
For a moment there, I was actually wondering if she was the person doing all the things. But then at one point he had like that Kano thing across his eye. Why is it so many Bollywood movie stars look like Greek gods? The hair and everything like that.
It's the gene pool.
It's like they took the best of the, disco era, singing stars.
Singers?
That face. Because it's easy to say movie star, right?
Yeah.
How do you say like a
Pop star?
A pop star. There you go.
Okay.
A pop star from the disco era or the 60s or the 70s. Like had the Eagles or something like that, or even the Beatles at one point. They had that kind of look to them.
The Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees. There you go. And it's like they have brought that look back, but made them like, because those.
Buff.
Those back then when you had those pop stars, they had this. I hate to use this word, but almost an effeminate quality to them because they were very thin. They weren't like built. You take that look, put it today, and make them stronger. And that's what you get. That's how you get a Bollywood star. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I know this is not all the Bollywood stars. I'm just like in general, like it just seems like so many of them look like they belong in some sort of a Greek tragedy or something like that. Or Roman. I don't know. You didn't get that sense at all when he with the hair and the beard. Like he just, No?
I was just like,
me?
He's a handsome dude.
I thought so too.
There's a handsome dude, pretty lady.
Handsome lady.
Yep.
Handsome dude, handsome lady, doing handsome things together.
Yeah. I mean, not so handsome. There's a lot of drama and potential thrillery stuff. I mean, it's not potential. It's definitely thriller type stuff going on.
I got a little bit confused when they said ghostwriter. I think they were talking about his stories. In the States, ghostwriter means a different thing.
No, he might be a ghostwriter. Maybe that's his job.
Oh, I thought it was.
Or maybe he has a ghostwriter who writes for him.
Maybe. I was confused. I wasn't sure when they said that word what the implication was. I wasn't sure if they were talking about having a ghostwriter or if they were talking about his stories being about ghosts. Because the guy that he is embodying in real life, like this sort of Batman archetype, is like someone who's in the shadows, like a ghost.
But that's not a ghost, that's just a vigilante.
It's supposed to be confusing.
It's succeeded.
I have been successfully confused. So.
It's kind of like that fun thrillery vibe, right? Although I'm very confused. And especially the way that it was cut together, because it was just all like super fast, lots of flashes. Probably if you went through frame by frame, especially at the end with like the different cuts, you might see something that could give you a clue, but like, why would you do that? We'll just go watch the film and find out.
It's definitely an interesting premise. I feel like I've seen something along these lines before, I just can't remember where. So it's been a while since I've seen this particular kind of story. I feel like we have seen the stories from India before of like the person taking the law into their own hands. The first one that comes to mind is the Hrithik movie where he played the blind guy.
Kabil, yes.
That's the first one that comes to my head of where he had to take the law into his own hands.
But this feels more sinister. There's a vibe about it which just feels kind of wrong and messed up, and a lot of really strange things are happening.
Like leaving garbage all over the floor.
Yeah, and the colors that they're using as well, like in those scenes, it just feels off.
I was being facetious.
I know, I was just whatever.
Banging his head into the punching bag. That's not how you punch a punching bag.
That's what you do when you're Superman head-butting Wonder Woman. The colors when things start to go wrong are those like really weird greens and yellows and reds, and it just kind of gives you a not nice feeling. I think that's definitely the vibe that they're going for, which is this is wrong. It's off kilter, it's weird. He's not right in the head anymore. And he's kind of taking matters into his own hands, and maybe that's not good.
I know why I got confused and thought that maybe she was doing some damage is because he assumes the identity of a woman at a certain point in the movie. I think he dresses up as a woman and starts like taking bitches out. When I say bitches, I just mean people. Look at that, right there. This is that.
Oh,
That's definitely a guy.
I didn't even catch that one
That's
first
that's
watch.
a dude. That's
yeah.
that's totally a dude.
Oh my god, I was
No
just
offense
like,
to anybody, but that's a dude. I mean, that's a wig.
Or else a woman with like a super strong jawline and some 5 o'clock shadow.
And just walking about with them big ass feet.
Large feet, yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's a dude. So
Okay, I didn't even catch that.
yeah, it's
Nice
him.
one.
Maybe he's like what's that Johnny Depp character? It's a black and white movie with Tim Burton. Oh, what's it called?
Edward Scissorhands.
No, that's
No.
not black and
Oh,
white.
the Betty something, blue eyes. No,
What?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Ed Wood is the movie I'm thinking
Ed Wood,
of.
okay.
Ed Wood is where Johnny Depp plays a cross-dresser. Maybe he's just got a thing for that. And he doesn't want anyone to know. So whenever someone finds out, he goes, ka-chow, with a knife.
I think
like,
it's probably because women are
less suspicious.
less suspicious. Yes, and so you can.
I was gonna
just
say
kind of-
less susceptible to violence, but I've known Achara a long time. So
What's that supposed to mean?
we all know
You're
your
saying-
story now.
You're saying less susceptible. That means
Less likely to. I don't know.
perpetrate violence. Is what you're trying
Perpetrate.
to
Less
say.
likely to exact revenge. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. We should just end this video.
Yeah.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed some of that. And cheers.